Good evening, everyone. This presentation will be on the case study on Quincy Hansen. Here is Quincy in front of his school at Colorado State University with the school's mascot. About Quincy Hansen. Quincy identified as male. He was diagnosed with autism and an anxiety disorder. He is currently 19 years old and he lives in Colorado. Quincy currently lives with his little sister, mother, and grandfather, while his father lives in Minnesota. He lives in a semi-rural suburb in the city of Denver. He dreams of becoming a biologist one day. He enjoys going outside, collecting insects, and picking up spiders, lizards, and snakes. Quincy's other hobbies and interests include taking hikes, walking in natural areas where he can let sensory systems relax a bit when he is in his most calm places. He is also interested in biology, with a minor being in entomology and insects. His other interests include evolutionary, developmental biology, population genetics, and cladistics. Quincy eventually plans to go to graduate school and pursue a PhD. In a good 8 to 10 years, they will get ready to call him Dr. Quincy Hansen. Quincy has a collection of insects, fossils, rocks, minerals and crystals, and other natural objects. He likes metal music because of its complexity and high emotional content. He enjoys playing video games. He's not too much of a fan of TV, but when he does, he enjoys Star Trek and nature documentaries. Quincy's weakness entails he gets easily distracted. When Quincy's feelings and emotions are not regulated, he would crash and start to encounter a meltdown. He still depends on his mother for basic daily living skills. Quincy believes he is in the broad category called unreliably speaking. Quincy has some fine motor skills impairment resulting in dysgraphia-like symptoms. However, where there are weaknesses, there are truly greater strengths. And some of them include Quincy having a great memory and skill and able to recall information. Quincy is considered to be high-functioning autism. However, he still proudly owns the term having autism. Quincy loves to learn and explore new things. Although he is often misunderstood in school, Quincy strives academically in his classes. My recommendation and thoughts on autism. In one of the blogs, Quincy mentions that school does not have trained and qualified educators to handle students with autism. Schools need to really educate themselves along with other staffs that students with autism are not just defiant children. They are just misunderstood. Training courses should be provided not only within the school, but also on a larger scale and expand into the community as well. In one of Quincy's blogs, he quotes, "My world is chaotic and confusing, and so my brain finds respite in what can be ordered." This quote correlates to the book Uniquely Human because they state, "Not understanding boundaries can significantly impact the way people communicate with people with autism spectrum disorder." and the way people with autism spectrum disorder engage with others. Here is a YouTube video on Quincy speaking on his viewpoint on autistic identity.
My name is Quincy Hansen, and I'm 18, and I am an autistic blogger, advocate, author, and speaker. And identity is important because it essentially forms the model around which you build your life. And so it dictates how we live and the things we enjoy and what we do. It's all built around this framework of what our identity is. And so this is why it's important to be authentic in our identities and to recognize our identities. And I live my authentic identity by not being afraid to pursue the things that I enjoy. For example, I really like animals, and so I have a collection of animals that I keep, including geckos, of which I have leopard geckos and crested geckos and some others, as well as various other interesting animals such as spiders and the like. And a big part of my identity beyond that is my identity as an autistic person, and autism forms an important part of my identity because it is integral to who I am, and it affects the way that I process and think and sense, and so it informs the way that I see the world. And in the same way that I live other aspects of my identity, I live my autistic identity by not being afraid to be who I am and not feeling like I have to change myself to fit some other narrative, and just being comfortable with myself and with the things that I'm good at, the things that I find challenging, and realizing that I am me, and that's good.
So, this concludes my presentation on Quincy Hansen. Thank you for watching.